Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. We will be commencing shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. We will be commencing shortly. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for our national anthem, followed by our alma mater. Thank you. You may be seated. Excellencies, distinguished guests, fellow alumni, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this evening's honoring ceremony, the official kickoff of the all-class reunion of 2017. I am Darin Najm, AUB alumna and current president of the Health Sciences Alumni Chapter. I am delighted to be serving as your MC this evening. We are gathered here to pay tribute to the members of the classes of 1967 and 1992 as they celebrate their 50th and 25th anniversaries. We will also be recognizing a very special group of alumni, those who have graduated as early as 1947 until 1962. Yes. These are long-standing traditions. However, this evening is special. 2016 marked the 150th anniversary of our alma mater, and with many of us here tonight, AUB has celebrated this occasion with a year-long abundance of events, publications, symposia, activities, and achievements. Just 15 days ago, AUB was awarded for these initiatives 2 of the prestigious Circle of Excellence Awards by one of the world's largest non-profit educational associations, the Council for Advancement and Support of Education, CASE. So yes, we duly and rightfully celebrated this momentous occasion. and we celebrated it with excellence. What now? This evening is special. This evening, we stand with 150 years of this institution's rich history behind us. And this evening, we stand looking ahead into the start of a new, bold era for AUB. A few months ago, AUB launched Boldly AUB, the largest capital campaign of its time, with the vision and promise to lead, innovate, and serve. AUB, equipped with the learnings of the past, armed with its great legacy, and true to its core values, chose to embark on a bold journey to an even greater impact and relevance. This is AUB, in the middle of all the turmoil surrounding it, looking at the next 150 years with faith, determination, and optimism. What about us, alumni of AUB? You see, everyone here was part, one way or another, of the last 150 years of AUB. We and others like us have shaped this great institution, and it is forever a part of who we are, individually and collectively. Everyone here has had an impact on Lebanon, the region, and sometimes beyond, and is striving to do more. So we all come here, yes, to celebrate our own 70, 50, 25, 5 years of history with AUB, but we also come here because we know that though as individuals we may have done a lot, doing together and with AUB is the key to lead, innovate, and serve Lebanon, the Arab world, and beyond. Fellow alumni and dear guests, thank you for being here. As you can see, the room is full, and there's a lot of alumni and friends who were not able to join us on this special occasion. I hope they are all watching us now, as this event and all the festivities are being live streamed on YouTube. Allow me now to introduce our first speaker for the evening. He was the professor and chairman of the Department of Hematology and Medical Oncology at Emory University School of Medicine. He is an accomplished molecular oncologist and translational thought leader. He is known to build institutions and make them better. He is an AUB former trustee and an AUB former student. Today, he is the 16th president of AUB. He is someone who does not waste time. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, AUB President Dr. Fadl Khouri.
Good evening. Thank you, Dareen. Our distinguished alumni and their beautiful families, excellencies, AUB deans and university leadership, guests and friends. The great Marie Curie once said, "I was taught that the way of progress was neither swift nor easy." This is something that you intimately know as AUB students and alumni. That's why it's particularly refreshing to see you all here with family back at your alma mater for your reunion weekend. I'd like to extend particular congratulations to the classes of 1967 and 1992, celebrating their golden and silver jubilees, and also a warm welcome to the most senior alumni, those celebrating over 55 years since graduation. All of you are the pride of AUB and the result of the hard work that the faculty, administrators, and staff, as well as your parents, have put in. Your success is most definitely our success, and you have done an extraordinary job in the region and beyond that we cannot but salute you and say thank you for making AUB's name even greater. Thank you very much. Last year, at the end of 2016, the most prestigious university ranking system, the Quagliarelli-Simmons, or QS ranking organization, introduced a new measure highlighting the employability of graduates of different universities. Worldwide, this is a worldwide ranking, not just in the US. AUB was ranked 78th out of 10,000 universities in employer reputation and 32nd in alumni outcomes worldwide, coming first not just in the Arab countries, but in the whole of the MENA. This year, WealthX looked at of alumni in the United States and ex-US, and guess where AUB ranked? 8th among all ex-US universities. So that means, and I'm going to be tactless, you're going to be doing a whole lot more giving coming up. It's not like this news came as a surprise, as we know and the world knows what kind of graduates come out of this institution. This comes as even further evidence and an affirmation that our graduates are world-class, of the very highest quality, and that we're producing year after year stellar students and professionals who could lead the change in this region and beyond. So while we thank you for coming to AUB, we thank you for achieving what you have and for making the AUB community, now formed of more than 62,000 alumni, a vibrant and impactful one. You've been very strong and successful ambassadors and success stories for this university. You've gone forth into the world and become doctors and engineers and entrepreneurs and innovators, creative souls, homemakers, and public administrators, leading authorities in health, or educators or administrators in academia and in business. And you've made your alma mater very proud. Whatever the path you've chosen to undergo, you've demonstrated model professionalism and extraordinary behavior that we hope that Lebanon and the Arab world and beyond can learn from. You've made a difference, and you continue to do so, and I could argue that it has never been more important for you to embody, embrace, and model the core values of the university than it is today. Today, we face a world that is dramatically different than that which you graduated in. There's polarization and marginalization of peoples. This is not a weekend for us to do something other than celebrate and reflect, but I am confident that you are exactly the community that can help change things for the better. So this is our weekend to welcome you back to AUB. Whether you're coming from the furthest reaches of the earth or from Ras Beirut, please take this time to take a walk down your campus and indeed down memory lane. Remember the time you spent here on this remarkable campus, voted one of the 25 most beautiful in the world, inside the walls of the classes, on the benches overlooking the Mediterranean. Celebrate not only your years, but your friendships and what you've gained here from this university. Since I started less than 2 years ago, I believe I've met over 2,000 alumni, so 1 out of every 30 of you, because you are an essential and fundamental part of this community. We know that the generations, the 1,550, or this year, the 1,668 students that we graduated, need your opportunity, your mentorship, your leadership, and your example. So we urge you to reconnect in person, reconnect online, because now more than ever, we have to continue to model the kind of student life with diversity and idealism that is so important for AUB to leave an indelible mark on this country and on the world. The major step to move AUB to become a world-class research university was taken several years ago with the presidency of John Waterbury. In a way, John Waterbury's return, and that has continued through the period of Peter Dorman and now myself, in the immortal words of Caesar, or probably not Caesar, alia jacta est, the die is cast. But Caesar, in the sense of ushering in a golden era for Rome, is not me or the cat, and certainly not John Waterbury or Peter Dorman. It is the university. The university has to usher in a new golden era for the Arab world. So my message today to the alumni is a simple one. Never forget where you came from, because knowing where you came from helps you know who you are. And you're going to do well, you've done very well, but now it's time to do good in these challenging times, these times of crises in the Arab world, in Lebanon and beyond. For the last 151 years, AUB has been a beacon of hope to the region and to the world. It's contributed through humility, through creativity, and through action. through the various programs, for example, the programs touching on the lives of Syrian and Palestinian refugees, the programs that bring people from the most unfortunate parts of Lebanon and the Arab world, we're able to educate more and more of the best and the brightest. And the Provost has challenged us by 2020 to fully fund 600 students a year. 600 students a year who will enter AUB and get an education, not worried about where the tuition is coming from. And we need you for that, just as we need you in the work that the Issam Faris Institute is doing, groundbreaking research on refugees in Lebanon and the Arab world, or the tremendous work being done by the Faculty of Health Sciences in defining the health conditions and expectations of the Global South, or those of the Faculty of Agriculture and Food Sciences showing the way forward in sustainable nutrition and in agriculture. Are opportunities we want you to participate in. We don't want your checkbooks, we want your hearts, we want your minds, we want your engagement. You hold important positions of influence and authority. You're role models for the future. This is your campus and your university. So you, whether you like it or not, you're part of the body of Caesar. Before I end my remarks, I want to speak a little bit about the capital campaign that we launched. The Boldly AUB campaign, the campaign to lead, innovate, and serve, is the most ambitious capital campaign, not just launched by this university, but throughout the Arab world. Our goal is to raise $650 million, and I'll confidently say that we want to go at least $100 million above that. Why do we want that? AUB are to enrich the educational and research experience, enhance the healthcare experience so we can provide the very best education and the very best care to everyone, irrespective of their ability to pay, to put innovation and entrepreneurship and citizenship at the very core of the university, to solidify our community relevance and ensure the sustainability of our strategic plans. We want to ensure sustainability for this university in this region. And through your efforts in financial aid, in creating job opportunities and internships for our students, in naming facilities and schools and faculties, we rely on you to be right there with us. You are our partners in this enterprise. Your hopes and your aspirations for this university are our hopes and aspirations for this university. One day, 20, 25, 50, 55, 60, or longer years ago, you came to this university with the spirit of wanting to contribute towards a better world. There's really no other reason to come to the most academically rigorous institution in the Arab world. And you came here, and you succeeded spectacularly in so many of your cases. Now you're part of a distinguished global community we need to draw far more tightly together, because you and we are needed more than any other time in recent memory. I want to thank you for coming here, just as I thank VP Baalbaki and Associate VP Salma, who knows every one of you, Salma Awaida, maybe even the cat, and the Office of Alumni Relations for organizing this year after year. This is by far our busiest year, and we're very grateful for that. Please take this opportunity to reconnect to your roots, to recharge your batteries. As we've told the deans again and again, vacation or celebration is only preparation for the good work to be done. Thank you very much.
We are proud to be AUBites, even the cat. We now turn to recognizing our first group of very special alumni, the most senior alumni in the room, those who graduated beginning in 1947 through the 50s up to 1962. We are delighted you are part of our celebrations this evening. Please remain in your seats as President Khouri presents your medals. May I ask President Khouri and Associate Vice President for Development and Alumni Relations, Ms. Salma Awaida, to present our special alumni their long-awaited medals as I read their names. Kamal Nafa, 1950, Faculty of Arts and Sciences. Amal Nafa, 1954, Faculty of Arts and Sciences. Raja Ilaya, 1947, Maroon Seman, Faculty of Engineering and Architecture. Fuad Philippe Bardawil, 1948, Faculty of Arts and Sciences. Umayya Alia Subra, 1952, Faculty of Arts and Sciences. Hamad Hassan Saadi, 1952, Maroon Seman, Faculty of Engineering and Architecture. Aida Hani Abidib, 1952, Hariri School of Nursing. Najwa Sayed, 1956, Faculty of Arts and Sciences. Salma Saad Musallam, 1956, Faculty of Arts and Sciences. Auni Sakit, 1956, Maroon Seman, Faculty of Engineering and Architecture. Emil Fares, 1956, Maroon Seman, Faculty of Engineering and Architecture. Amal Ayoub Freiji, 1957, Faculty of Arts and Sciences. Madeleine Esper, 1957, Faculty of Arts and Sciences. Ghazi Raitim, 1957, Faculty of Arts and Sciences. Samir Abu Rahmi, 1957, Maroon Seman, Faculty of Engineering and Architecture. Marwan Atiya, 1957, Maroon Seman, Faculty of Engineering and Architecture. Riyad Salamoon, 1957, Maroon Seman, Faculty of Engineering and Architecture. Layla Ghandour, 1957. Layla Ghandour, 1957. Muhammad Fuad Al-Kalash, Faculty of Agriculture and Food Sciences, 1958. Nazih Kalash, 1958, Faculty of Health Sciences. Wadad Habib Shaheen, 1958. Zavan Meserlian, 1959. Fuad Kyriakos, 1959, Maroon Seman, Faculty of Engineering and Architecture. Fauzi Saba, 1959, Maroon Seman, Faculty of Engineering and Architecture. Alexi Haddad, 1959. Khalid Qaid Bey, 1960, Faculty of Arts and Sciences. Vahe Kukuzian, 1961, Maroon Seman, Faculty of Engineering and Architecture. Harry Mavromatis, 1962, Faculty of Arts and Sciences. Fuad Ahmad al-Sayyid, 1962, Maroon Seman, Faculty of Engineering and Architecture. I think that concludes our most senior AUB alumni. And there are 4 alumni who are in the US and could not be able to join us tonight. I hope they are watching us live online. These are Jacob Saba Araj, 1947, Faculty of Medicine; Haig Derhusikian, 1961, Faculty of Arts and Sciences; Gailin Derhusikian, 1962, Faculty of Arts and Sciences; and Krikor Yeredzian from the Maroon Seman, Faculty of Engineering and Architecture. I will run to get my notes that I forgot. Can I have an encouraging applause, please? Thank you. Turning now to a more recent generation of alumni, the class of 1967, celebrating the 50th anniversary of their graduation. To address us on their behalf is the chairman and president of Société des Grands Hôtels du Liban, a hospitality company that owns 2 landmark hotels in Beirut, Phoenicia and Vendôme. He also was a board member at Holcim, one of the leading cement companies in Lebanon. He received a BA in economics from AUB in '67 and has since been contributing greatly, as his father before him and his brother with him, to one of the main sectors of our economy and its most delicate, tourism. He believes in long-term investment, has seen the ups and downs of this industry and this country, and continued to lead with determination and optimism. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mazen Salha.
President Fadl Khouri, deans, professors, teachers, fellow alumni, friends, all family members, good evening. The illiterate of the 21st century will not be those who cannot read and write, but those who cannot learn, unlearn, and relearn, as Alvin Toffler said. Half a century ago, way back in what seems like ancient times, the class of '67 graduated to a world so much different from today's, and yet so similar in circumstances and challenges. There were no cell phones, no internet, and no Facebook. Faisal's and the milk bar and the space in between was our universe and our social platform. The magnificent campus was our sanctuary. It was and still is a wonderful oasis in the middle of a bustling and congested city. I always have deep nostalgic feelings every time I step into its grounds. 1967 was a crisis year, marked by local and international events which would impact and affect Lebanon and the whole region for decades to come. Locally, we had the worst banking crisis, which started with Intrabank and ended with the failure of 11 more banks. This shook confidence in a sector which was a driving force in the economy and had serious repercussions. In June of that year, we had the six-day Arab-Israeli war that created a new and unstable geopolitical situation which continues to plague the Middle East to this day. In Lebanon, it created a new dynamic, leading to structural changes in its socio-political fabric and its environment. This was the world to which the class of '67 graduated, a baptism of fire. My decision to major in economics was mainly because I was intrigued by the subject, and I continued to be perplexed by it even after doing 2 years of postgraduate work. I could not at the time appreciate the value of studying models whose main assumption was ceteris paribus, when the world is continuously changing. It was only later that I started to appreciate the analytical concepts I had learned. My university experience influenced my way of thinking, and it gave me a set of life values based on humility, compassion, and caring, and enhanced my emotional intelligence. This has been fundamental to my business life. I did not intend to be in the hotel business, but sometimes life makes decisions for us in ways beyond our control. The hospitality business is a people's business, it's people-oriented. It's about caring for people's comforts and needs with a deep commitment to service. This requires empathy and tremendous attention to detail. A service and people business makes human resources of paramount importance. Sourcing, recruiting, training, maintaining, and retaining your human capital is one of the main fundamentals of the business. Your team is your core, and caring for their well-being is essential. University gave me a solid foundation to continue to build my knowledge and capabilities. But reflecting back, I realized how much AUB opened the doors of my awareness. It taught me how to think rationally and provided me with a great platform for social and intellectual interaction. It also gave me another set of values and the mindset which allowed me to respond adequately and in a timely fashion to the challenges arising out of a fast-changing world on all levels. Looking back 50 years, I am grateful that this great institution gave me enthusiasm for a better life by providing me with the knowledge to understand it better, to experience it more abundantly, and to contribute to society at large. One can only feel admiration for this cultural and academic beacon. Finally, I would like to pay tribute to all my professors and teachers, and in particular to those who had the biggest impact during and even some after my AUB years. I recall Dr. Ilyas Saba, who chaired the economics department and was a source of great inspiration and support. The late Dr. Nadeem Khalaf, who took over as chairman and was my advisor in my postgraduate program, and whose guidance and vibrant class debates I remember fondly. The late Dr. Muhammad Diab, whose wit and sense of humor I admired. And the late Dr. Yusuf Sayer, whose humility and care was exemplary. Last but not least, Dr. Omar Hamza, who continues to this day to be a great catalyst of intellectual stimulation and a very dear friend. I feel honored to be here with you today and to be able to call AUB my alma mater. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Salha. Please stay on stage. Thank you for sharing some of your life story, a story that resonates with many Ayyubites who also graduated into a baptism of fire, as you said, and who were able still to make a difference. May I ask now President Khouri and Ms. Salma Awaida to join us on stage for the presentation of the commemorative medals to the 40-some members of the class of 1967. Class of 1967, please rise and approach the stage. Please come forward to receive your award as your name is called. We kindly ask that you do not pause for a photo. One will be taken right after the ceremony. I will start with Mazen Salha, Faculty of Arts and Sciences. I've just been told that Dr. Nabil Dajani is celebrating his 60th anniversary, so we need to congratulate him as well. Iliya Abi Antoun, Faculty of Arts and Sciences, 1967. Ilyas Al-Haj, Faculty of Arts and Sciences. Khalil Arab, Faculty of Arts and Sciences. Fuad Buraslan. Faisal Elias Nader. Fernand Husri. Still with the Faculty of Arts and Sciences, Muhammad Ali Aitani. Ibrahim Kassab. Iyad Milhim. Azdrik Merdesian. Zadour Khashadurian. Eugénie Saad Husri. Muna Saad Msallam. Antoine Sassi. Zepur Hamparian Mansour. Moving to the Faculty of Medicine, Raja Haddad. Maroon Saman, Faculty of Engineering and Architecture, Usama Farooq. Zuhair Jaber. Yusuf Mubassali. Talal Naamani. Yusuf Shammas. Mithaq Shahab. Hani Wehbe. Joseph Sayali. Back to Arts and Sciences, Yorki Mansour. Faculty of Agriculture, Nerses Leon de Merdian. Antoine Haddad. Rabia Merai. Hashim Safiyuddin. Fawaq Sulaiman. Back to the Faculty of Arts and Sciences, Nabil Jurdi. Faculty of Health Sciences, Kerani Khacharyan. Pharmacy, Hani Haj. Are we done? Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Ms. Alma. وألف مبروك to the graduating class of 1967. Moving on to our last, but not least, youngest and largest group of alumni, the class of 92, celebrating the 25th anniversary of their graduation. Youngest, largest, and loudest. To address us on their behalf is the CEO of Boyker World Holding, a public health, you know who he is, a public health service provider including pest management, food safety, and biosecurity across Lebanon, UAE, Kuwait, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, Jordan, and Nigeria. He founded Boyker only 2 years after he graduated with a BS in agriculture from AUB. He was named Man of the Year in 2012 by the Arab Leadership Award under the League of Arab Nations Council in Dubai. He currently chairs several non-profit organizations carrying environmental and development issues. He is an entrepreneur who improvises, innovates, and serves. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Michel Bayoud.
What an honor. Dear President Dr. Khouri and my very dear AUB family, I am so honored to be standing here in front of you today, exactly 25 years after what I still consider as one of the happiest days of my life. When I was asked to speak representing my graduating class, I was sensible on what are the words that would best represent you, and what would create a memorable moment after 25 years of being gathered under one roof. In fact, our mere presence in this historic halls answers it all. Those of us who managed to be here today are a proof of the passion that we all hold for AUB. 25 years, 30, 40, or the 50 years mark represent a wonderful passion that everyone present in this hall today and those who would have loved to be present here carry for AUB. I have learned that the more passionate you are, the doors of the world will open for you, and as hard as work and life are, your passion about everything you do will see you through the hills and valleys of life. Looking back to the last 25 years makes me wonder how we all made it here so far. We are a generation that lived through black and white and switched to color TVs, played Atari and witnessed the birth of PlayStation. We are the generation that used a typewriter and then learned Windows. We are the generation that used the rotary dial phone and then discovered the iPhone. We are the generation that received letters through the AUB post office, but are now clicking, liking, snapping, and sharing. Looking back at the last 25 years, we are the generation that lived through and saw the end of a horrible war. We saw war, reconstruction, and war again. We lived through and saw the end of the Cold War, a new world order, the rise of modern terrorism, climate change, and maybe the rise and fall of globalization. No other generation lived out of a suitcase more than us. Our expatriated parents worked for long months in a row in one place while we hardly sleep on the same pillow for more than a few nights. We saw it all, lived most of it, and yet managed to build careers, families, and relationships. We are the generation whose resilience, creativity, and adaptability are shaping the world of today. And yet, we are one of the many generations who answered AUB's call to gather and celebrate today and pay our tribute to this wonderful institution, whose name escorted our every success, whose name opened more doors for us than any title on this card. This is the institution that makes us proud to belong to every single day of every year for 25 years, for 151 years. Being present here today is a token of appreciation to AUB, to what it represents to each one of us and what it stands for. A university for the open minds, the free thinkers, the achievers, and the trendsetters, all of whom are boldly AUB. What AUB gave all of us is a structured, analytical, and critical way of thinking that we use every day in our work and life. AUB also gave us an anchor that would bring us back to this country or make us stay in it against all odds. What AUB gave us are the thousands of successful leaders, doctors, engineers, entrepreneurs, artists, writers, and teachers, and the chance to network through it all. When I first entered AUB through the steps of the main gate, I was curious to know, what did AUB's motto, scripted above that gate, mean? And how could it serve me in the future? Well, today is the future, and every day I remember this engraved motto and say, thank you, AUB, you have given us life and gave it more abundantly. Congratulations to my classmates of 1992 for their silver jubilee and for the golden jubilee of our colleagues of the class of 1967. Thank you very much.
بسام الحاج علي، حسين آغا فادي، غادة فايت، غادة الزين، رنا غنام، نزار هبهب، نور درناوي، مجدي جعادي، حسام حلبي، أمل حديب، ريما إسماعيل، فاليري باميلا كيروز، محمد خطيب، لينا لبان دروبي، خورخي محفوظ، هنادي نقاش، راغدة عويضة، لينا سروع أبي منصور، ريما شعار، زياد شكر، كارول طيار. Moving to the Alayan School of Business, Lilian Shuhaybar. Sorry. Rima Yassin. Back to Arts and Sciences, Miriam Zayat. Marwa Haj. Amal Abu Tayyuq. Huda Al-Zarif. أميمة الأشكر، مايا أرسلان، رولا لبابيدي، طارق فارس، رانيا ريشاني، Faculty of Medicine, Muna Al-Alami. Faculty of Health Sciences, Layla Tannouri. Maroon Seman, Faculty of Engineering, Kamal Al-Muhayyar. غيدا اليمن، نيكولا أشقر، ريما عاسي، ناصر بربير، أسامة بشناتي، سمير دو، سامر ديب، أمين الأشقر، وليد ديراني، رمزي مدلل، فاضل الخليل، سهير فخر الدين، غادة فرج مروي، عامر حج حادي، إميل حنا، محي الدين حشاش، وليد حوت، ربيع عيتاني، نديم كنعان، لينا خشاب، سوزان كوسا الخوري، خالد دنكر، أحمد لئيس، وسام طويل، عليان سكول اوف بزنس كمال كالوت. Back to the Faculty of Engineering, Azam Misaika, Elias Mferrej, Shahnaz Mirai, Bashir Mhanna, Samer Nuruddin, Shadi Reyes, Hassan Sayyid Hassan, Hadi Sha'ar, Ramzi Sukkar, Muhammad Yasir Ta'ush, Ikram Zatari, Abdul Qadir Trabulsi, Samir Zainoun, Faculty of Agriculture and Food Sciences, Nidal Al-Jazzar, Rand Basiri, Nisreen Dirani, Yusuf Dougan, Lana Fayed, Rayyan Haidar, Zaina Madi, Iman Hani, Naim Jaiz, Saba Ayoun, Samar Sharafuddin, Rana Sultan, Faculty of Health Sciences, Arwa Anuti, Dania Baba, Rula Al-Hajjad, Sausan Dajani, Gladys Hnain, Rula Karami, Nadam Dallal, Zaina Sinnu, Hiba Imjibar, Arts and Sciences, Ziad Farah, Alayan School of Business, Talal Jundi, School of Business, Wasim Shaheen. Are we done? Thank you, Mr. President and Ms. Hawaida, and congratulations to the class of 1992. Health Sciences. This concludes our honoring ceremony proceedings, but not our celebrations. Following the group photo for the celebrating classes, which will happen on the main gain steps, the evening continues with a reception here in the Assembly Hall Plaza. More celebrations await you in the Green Oval tonight. Make sure to take part and also to check the special AUB alumni rings that were just done for the occasion. I would like to thank on your behalf all of the organizers of this evening and the celebrations around it. None of this would have been possible without their work and dedication. I would like also to thank you all for coming and for being part of the reunion of 2017. May I ask you all to remain in your seats until the President and the celebrating classes recess from the building. To all our alumni, stay connected, get involved, and together let us lead, innovate, and serve. Thank you very much.